Get ready to dive into the fascinating world of fitness science as we peel back the layers on a timeless debate, high load low rep versus slow load high rep workouts. But before we move on, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Intensity of load is the percentage of 1 rep max employed in a given exercise. Intensity of load is often categorized into loading zones that corresponds to repetition ranges. Heavy, 1 to 5 rep max. Medium, 6 to 12 rep max. Light, 15 plus rep max. Hoger and colleagues found that a load of 80% of 1 rep max corresponds to 10 rep max in bench press, lat pull down, and knee extension. 6 rep max in leg curl. 7 to 8 rep max for arm curl. 15 rep max for leg press. Light load training is associated with high amount of metabolic stress. Sets of greater than or equal to 15 reps generally last 45 seconds or more. Energy is derived from fast glycolysis. This causes metabolic buildup and acidosis, and generates a significant muscle pump. However, it has been theorized that the forces required to lift light loads are insufficient to recruit highest threshold muscle fibers, which would reduce hypertrophic gains. Muscle protein synthesis appears to be blunted at lower intensity of load, less than 60% of 1 rep max, when training is not carried out to failure. In a research by Bird and colleagues, they found that muscle protein synthesis over 24 hours was actually greater when training to failure at 30% of 1 rep max, as compared to 90% of 1 rep max. Heavy loading is generally believed to promote neural adaptations and have lesser effects on hypertrophy. High intensity of load naturally results in high levels of mechanical tension on muscle. However, because the duration of heavy set is short, less than 15 seconds, energy during such training is primarily derived from the ATP-PC system, and little contribution occurs from fast glycolysis. Training at higher percentage of 1 rep max create more recruitment and stimulation of higher threshold muscle fibers upon initiation of a set, and train muscle at an earlier point. In one study, 20 well-trained men randomly assigned one of two groups. First one is the hypertrophy group, in which the participants perform a split routine, training each muscle once per week, doing 3 exercises per session, of 3 set, 10 reps and 90-second rest. And the second is the strength group, in which the participants performed a total body routine, in which they train each muscle group 3 times per week doing 1 exercise per session, with 7 set, 3 rep and 3-minute rest. All sets were performed to concentric failure. After 8 weeks, subjects in both groups significantly increased biceps muscle thickness, and no differences were seen between groups. So, we can say that both high and low reps can promote hypertrophy at some extent. In a study by Wernborn and colleagues, they concluded that maximal hypertrophy is achieved through the use of medium repetition range. Loads during such training are heavy enough to recruit the majority of fibers in the target musculature, and to maintain their stimulation over a sufficient period of time. With respect to muscle recruitment, fast twitch fibers begin to be activated when forces exceed 20% of maximum voluntary isometric contraction, and activation of full motor unit pull occurs at approximately 80% of maximum voluntary isometric contraction. Hypertrophy can be achieved in all loading zones. Training across a wide spectrum of repetition ranges, 1 to 20 plus, is recommended to ensure the complete development of the whole muscle. There is merit to focusing on a medium repetition range, 6 to 12 rep max, and devoting specific training cycles to lower and higher repetition training. If you want to buy the best quality gym equipments, click on the link in the description.